So, still talking in relation to soil-based horticulture, the case study did come to several conclusions about that specific type of horticulture in the specific city that they did use in their case study. So, they concluded that by mapping the city out for where soil-based horticulture could happen, there is an excess of space that is not currently utilized. And they did draw the inference that that is the same way for a lot of cities throughout the United Kingdom as well as other countries in the world. They concluded that if the unused space were to be put into use, it would increase the amount of people that gardens, like home gardens and community gardens, could feed by 3% throughout that community there. And they also determined that if all of the space that already was designated as a public, community, or private space were used, it could feed 709,000 people on the model called the 5 per day model, which is basically the amount of vegetables and fruits that people would need in their daily servings to stay healthy. They also determined that by using just more than 10% of the current space that they already use, which is a much more practical model than currently trying to use all of that space, that would feed an excess of 15% of people in their entire city population. The economic application to this use of soil-based horticulture does show that if the city were to rely on soil-based horticulture within the city, they wouldn't have to rely on an excess of imported shipping, and that the foods would be healthier, and that it would consider people to consider growing local foods and supporting the local economy as well.